Hello, Just Too Good here, and today I'm taking a look at the LEGO City main square set. This has a total of 1,517 pieces, 13 minifigures, and retails for $200 in the United States, where it's a LEGO store or shop at home exclusive. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. First minifigure I'll take a look at is Mayor Fleck, because come on, he's in a corn outfit. This is a design from Series 17, except slightly different with the color scheme. You can see it's a darker green this time around. That's exclusive to the set in that coloring. I will say the printing of it, or I guess the painting of this yellow looks kind of bad on there. I wish it was dual molded. I don't remember the Series 17 one looking that bad. Underneath though, you get this nice new torso print with #1 Mayor on it. Almost looks like Mr. Burns' suit, and a new face print exclusive to the set as well. Unfortunately, no back facial printing, but we got some back torso printing. Next exclusive minifigure is Poppy Star. Now, Poppy Star was introduced in that summer airplane set, but this one is exclusive for a new torso print. Face print and everything only appeared in that one other set, as well as the hair piece in that coloring. Love getting it with the blue design. Also, there's back facial printing where she has a bit of a singing face, it looks like. This next exclusive minifigure has an exclusive face print where we have this print at the side of the head that actually has what seems to be a hearing aid. That's really interesting, and that's cool to include as a face in this set. Hope to see more of that, and we have no alternate facial expression there. Torso print is nothing rare though or new, but that's it for this figure. The Duke Detained minifigure is slightly different from other sets as he has short sleeves. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if we've gotten those unprinted with that dark blue short sleeves, but again, I guess the comments will let me know if I'm really right there. Alternate facial expression, he has a pretty happy look. Next is Freya McCloud, and this version is exclusive to the set for a new face print. That design has one side with just a cute little smile, and then another side where she has coffee all over her face. That's funny. And her coffee cup is the same design from last summer, which for some reason always reminded me of the Mini Brick Production logo. And the last of the exclusive minifigures is this Forest Man statue. The Forest Man hat right there is the exclusive part in that gray coloring. This is a really weird statue though, because it's a handcuffed Forest Man. So like, are they like celebrating a criminal as being handcuffed? As I don't know, this society just doesn't make sense. Next is Harl, and we got Harl last year in a few sets, and even this year in a few sets, but he's still not super common, so he's nice to see here. Even if this version is not exclusive, I really like the torso, leg, and face print. And then he has an alternate face where he looks like he's focused. Next minifigure is Snake Rattler. Now this guy also comes in the police helicopter chase from this year, which is, yuck. So it's nice to get him in this set as well, because he does have a pretty cool torso. I like the money sign at the back, as well as a pretty cool face print. The limousine driver is pretty cool looking. I like her hair piece, which getting it in that black color is still not super common. She doesn't have an alternate face, unfortunately. Best part about the conductor is probably that torso print that's not so common. This little girl has an uncommon headpiece as well as a hair piece. The hair piece is actually the same as Poppy Star's, just in that dark brown coloring. And the face print looks really happy at the back. This next minifigure has what, like a slightly uncommon face, torso, hair piece, but really nothing too rare in the grand scheme of things. Alternate facial expression, she looks like she's sleeping. This Ned Flanders looking fellow has a slightly uncommon face print, but really nothing too hard to find in the grand scheme of things. There's this little kid minifigure, which doesn't have anything too unique there. I guess the propeller is still fairly new, but it's come in so many things now, it's not really surprising to me. Did I say the set has 14 minifigures? Well, this is actually the 15th. They just don't show her at the top of the box, which is where I usually do the minifigure count. You can see her alternate face. She looks really happy. There are so many builds in this set. So from left to right, we have an outdoor stage, outdoor little park area, the town hall, a fire helicopter, police buggy, this small little motorcycle. We also have a skateboard and a bike, this limousine, this utility car, a platform, a tram, city diner. I think that's it. We'll go from my favorite to least favorite builds, and my favorite build is probably the town hall. We don't get town halls too often from LEGO. I have a chapel from the town plan, and there was a town hall for, what was it, the LEGO modular building, but that's like $1 billion now. There is definitely some in some other town square sets, but nothing in LEGO City that I could think of right away. This design not only has a really cool color scheme with the red and that tan, it is still a LEGO City set, so don't expect another level of detail comparable to the modular buildings, but I really like the part usage of that statuette. Wolverine claws all coming together for a pretty cool emblem towards the front. At the side, there is a sticker, which seems to be a reference to their political campaign. This design is told to be put upside down. Don't really know the relevance there. Again, this is based off of the TV show, so there must be some in-show reference or something. But for the interior, really the play area would be this section right here guarding the key to the town. I actually like the build of the infrared little lines right there, which you could twist at the back. And that's just kind of fun to play around with. And then we do have that pearl gold key. There's also a security camera attached to the wall at the side right here. That can be moved up and down, side to side. Very easily comes off though, as it just is attached by one stud. And then to the right, we have a trophy or a little goblet and another trophy on the other side as well. For the mayor's office, we have a 2x2 print of the clock on the wall. Nothing new there. Also a laptop, which is not connected by any studs or anything. It's the older style design, which is nice to see that they haven't completely retired that design. We also have an umbrella, which is just at this little umbrella holder at the side, but it very easily falls off, or they just use a bucket piece. Kind of wish they use a different piece or something to make it a little bit more secure. We also have this section for a suitcase towards the back, a 1x2 print of an envelope, a croissant, and a cup. At the rooftop, you can imagine this door leads there from the ground levels, but there is no other part to it. It's just an illusion in that regard. This design does have a little cat at the top as well. And for the upper levels of the exterior, I like the little seagull inclusion. Also how they do the windows around here, which just look really cool, especially topped off with this 1x4 piece. And at the very top, we do have a sticker for that clock. My next favorite is a toss-up between the diner and the tram. We'll take a look at the diner first. This diner design has a pretty decent interior for something of this size on an 8x16. The burger at the top actually uses a Lego Super Mario piece with the 6x6 round plate in brown. I quite like the color scheme here with the red and that blue that's not just a regular blue, as well as this, what is it called, sand yellow, I believe. All that comes together for a pretty interesting look and color combination. You got more stickers with the 2x4s, also this hungry we're open sign, as well as yum, eat, and taste. I just like those basic, just one or two word phrases on those little posters. The interior, as I said, has a pretty decent amount of room where you can have about 2 people sitting right there. You have a cook at the cash register. Though I do wish they kind of expanded upon this and maybe used 2 plates, or one of those 16x16 plates would have been nice. And we do have a drive-through window, which is a pretty cool concept, which you can just push open there. Oh, and one last thing I want to note was that I like how they've improved the Lego burger design. I remember back in the day, they would just have kind of a bumper at the bottom and be loose. Nowadays, they use a 2x2 with the hole in the middle, put on a 2x2 jumper, and you actually have it in place there. I like that. And before we move on, just a little bit more details with that 2x2 that has printing on it. Also, the mustard and ketchup bottles. Nothing inside here. But towards the back, we do have a pot inside there. And the little stovetop design looks pretty cool. Screw it. You know, I have these 2 burger places down south. I will say, compared to the 2, I think the City Diner in this set has my favorite exterior. The Lego Friends one probably has the best interior with a lot of room inside. This is from a 2018 Friends set, and this one's from a 2019 Lego City set. People tend to freak out when we get anything vaguely similar to a monorail, and this design is a trackless tram. This uses that new train front piece that was introduced in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, in this set in a very new color, which is yellow. I mean, a new color for that piece. It's like yellow, the piece that's used for all minifigures. Definitely a very rare color. But this design does have a sticker on both sides of that very interesting piece. And my complaint with it is very easy to access on the inside, but there's just not really that much space for minifigures. Like we get, okay, 2 seats there, and a seat for whoever's driving it, which you could actually push this windshield up a little bit and fit a minifigure in there. You can see that uses a print that we've gotten before. And I'm no train expert, but these use those plastic wheels instead of a metal system, and each of those sections are connected via miniature ball joints. So that's 3 seats, but like this middle section doesn't have any seats to it. Then at this back section, we do have 2 more seats, and then 1 more for whoever's operating at the back here. I don't know, I just kind of wish they used a lot of the space here, which I get the sense that they have walking space in between these seats, but it seems like they could have figured out a way to fit more inside here. I mean, filling it up, I guess you could have people standing up like with public transportation, but it still feels weird when there's only 4 seats for passengers, 2 seats for conductors, and we don't even get a second conductor. And there's a boarding platform for the Tram, which I love the build for these vending machines at the left. I mean, it's not much to it. It's literally a sticker that sells the whole thing, and that's a really cool sticker. If you open it up, you can dispense this little can right here, which has Vita Rush on it. This is the same cylinder design from earlier in this year. You get 2 of them in the set, but it was in a rather cheap set earlier this year, but I hope to get more of those. We also have a schedule, which is a sticker, transit sign, and then to the right, this part is a print that has appeared in other sets before. Nothing too much else here. And these two really do go together for one build, but we'll take a look at the park area first. This build of an outside area, like I said, probably part of a park, is just really cool for LEGO. I like this. I haven't really seen this. It's very modern for LEGO City. We have 2 seats at the front right here, which I kind of wish were lawn chairs, but it's no big deal. To the left, we have a pie as well as a 1x1 waffle print. That's from the LEGO Stranger Things set. We also have some gifts as well. In between these 2 lampposts, we have a little party celebration design, what they call like a party decoration. We have 2 trees as well. And then towards the back, we have that nice little fountain, which I like the solid color for blue at the bottom. And then we have this design of the forest moon at the top, which we took a look at earlier. Overall, very cool and very modern design for a LEGO City build. The outdoor stage is also a really strong build for LEGO City. I see these a lot in Friends sets or even some LEGO Troll sets, which have a specific set of colors to them. I haven't really seen one with this color scheme before. It reminds me of a very old LEGO Idea submission if you're a long time Just Too Good viewer. I'm not going to say any more than that. My favorite build on the stage is probably the 2 speakers, which are attached to the ground via a Technic pin connection, which is pretty interesting. I like how they use those dish pieces as well, attached to those 1x1 stamp pieces, as I call them. And the builds look even more lively when you put minifigures to them. The last of the builds of the set that I really like is this black limousine. Now, we have gotten limousines from LEGO City as well as LEGO Friends before, but they've all been white. This black design looks cooler, and I love the pearl gold color scheme they mix with it. They have the illusion of pearl gold with this middle section here, which uses translucent yellowish orange, or is it flaming yellowish orange? Not translucent, what am I saying? Yellowish orange or flaming yellowish orange. And that actually works well, like I said, to give it a look of pearl gold without having to produce these pieces in pearl gold, which would probably cost a lot for LEGO to do. You also got some inverted tiles finishing up that design at the bottom. And you could remove the ceiling here, which places a minifigure, unfortunately, just about 1 at the back. Again, a problem with the Tram as well. They need more space for something like this. It's a limousine that has 2 seats. Wow. But you do have this little 2x2 computer screen there, which is actually an old print. I'm glad to see that. Just kind of nostalgic for me. I think I got it back in, what, the 2006 airplane. I also like how the doors at the side open up as well. Okay. Maybe I did discard this one too quickly, because out of all the side vehicle builds, I do like this one as well. We'll include it on the build I like list, you know, just extending it one more. It's Harl's little utility whatever. And there's just a bunch of random things here, but I like how messy and cluttered it looks while still all coming together. You see this life vest that just fell off. Well, that's the loose connection there because it is only connected by 1 stud. It overlaps on that chair. But there's a popcorn bucket, which is a 1x1 print. There's a mop as well, which it's nice to get that piece. Also, we have this build of, I don't even know, part of a toilet connected to a sink. And there's dynamite. He's just carrying dynamite out in the open. And we even got a ladder at the side if he wants to help save that cat at the top of the town hall. And there's a chain as well as 2 bike wheels at the front and then the smaller wheel at the back, which gives the vehicle a little bit of raking. There's a fire helicopter, and this design's a little bit weird where they have a net at the side. All right, it's kind of hard to find that color, so that's pretty cool. Sticker at the side as well. Sticker on this side. But then this part at the back is a print. Okay. I mean, it looks cool. It has a nice gold to it, but I don't know why it's 60409. I guess whoever designed this set had something important happen to them on June 4th, 2009. That doesn't coincide with the set number. It doesn't coincide with the piece number, so I'm kind of confused there. I bet that appears in the show, though, so I guess that would be rather accurate. And a little propeller at the back and a propeller up top as well. And if you want to move up this windscreen, it's just clipped on. This little buggy is by far one of the worst builds of the set. It's just like a random go-kart that the police are using. Yeah, definitely. We have a sticker at the front. And I don't know why they didn't just give us like a full police car or something like that, because this set does feel overpriced already, but whatever. There's a build for the villain's motorcycle, which this red bike frame, I think, came in that Monkey Kid poly bag. I guess it was always intended for this set, though, because that's a poly bag and this is a big set. It does have this chain at the back, which has a little grapple to it. And put that grapple at the top of one of these windows, pull, and now the villains can break in. And finally, there's this lime green skateboard, not really a rare color for this piece, and then a regular red bike, a classic color for that piece. But either way, that's it for the builds of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and the final verdict. The box for this set is massive. Well, I mean, this is a $200 set. The back is filled with some different shots. This set encourages family building with that build together design, and there's a total of 8 instructions, all numbered. Here's the thing, they start out with this actually really cool illustration on each of them, where you have a little birthday party or whatever, and they kind of show the divide of each of these. And this is present on all of the instructions, just in case you get lost with any of them. And some of these have interesting advertisements at the end. For example, we got the police sets there. A lot of older sets too. Well, that one's fairly new. As in fairly new, I mean it just came out this summer. Or was one of these had a space one. And I was like, holy crud, they're still advertising the space sets. That's pretty cool. This one has an advertisement showing all those characters from the show. And is this the one with the space one? Well, we have the airport there. Okay, more undersea stuff. That was in 2 of them. Another one of those checklists of all the characters. Ah, no space one here. Let's see. Last one. Oh, well, we got some great vehicles. All right, fire stuff. So one of these had the space ones, but I don't remember which one. It was the sets from last year, basically. So overall, man, I was gushing about this town hall when I saw it before, and I loved building this. I mean, there's some great builds here, but what's starting to wear on me is the price. $200 for this build kind of feels ridiculous. And this is sort of like a direct-to-consumer set, and just look at other direct-to-consumer sets around that price. They seem to have a lot more included than what's included here. This design feels like a lot of its shortcoming is due to its size. For example, the mayor's office or the town hall does feel like the exterior looks great, it looks big, but then when you get to the interior, it's very shallow. It feels like the center areas are the only areas for play, and even then, they don't have much going on there. The tram feels like it's missing a lot of seats, as does the limousine. I wish they would have expanded upon that, as well as add more stuff. This would have been fine at $150, but really, really good at $120, $130. Like, that would have been just the perfect price here. And like I said, I love a lot of the builds here, and there's a lot of fresh stuff. The outdoor areas are probably the best builds, like, and not my favorites, but the best in terms of just how unique they are, how they're executed and everything there. Other great builds include the city diner, and like I said, the limousine, despite some shortcomings, the tram and stuff like that. The minifigure selection is great as well, where you get a lot of either hard-to-find minifigures or even exclusive figures. Of course, the mayor is my favorite, even if he does have a little bit of lower printing quality. So with all that considered, I rate this one a B still. I still recommend it, but just, you know, that price, be wary of the price. And know that there's a lot of other consumer sets that probably have a lot more substance to them. But still, I hope to see more LEGO City sets like this where we get some fresh new buildings and it doesn't just focus solely on vehicles. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.